wasn't going to make it, so I'll just put it down. So Alex, I have you down to present the opportunities and threats for Tuesday morning. Was there another part that you might want to present?
If there's another part that is like open that you need me to present, I totally can. But I'm good with presenting the opportunities and threats for sure. But let me know if there's something else that you guys need me to do too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I have kind of a good amount of things to present on, just like the agenda, market overview, pestle, and I think that's it. So if you want to do like the market overview,
sure,
that'd be awesome.
Sure, I can do that.
And then I think we should kind of get started on talking about the next presentation because we don't have a meeting with Dr. Corey prior. So I think you put yourself down, Alex, actually.
Yeah, I put myself down just to kind of like do a lot of the work for this one. I know that you took the lead, and I think you and John both put a lot of work into this one. So I wanted to make sure you guys weren't doubling up and having to do a lot of work for this upcoming one also. So yeah, I was going to get started on doing like an outline, kind of like what you had done for this one. I was hopefully going to do an outline today just so that anyone can claim a section that they're interested and willing to do. But yeah, I agree that we should start talking about that.
Just because it took a week to get started on this one. So so let me double check. Yeah, I think it's just the VRIO and then the strengths and weaknesses. So that one is probably a little bit less heavy. So I don't mind jumping in and doing the strengths and weaknesses or working on one of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was the VRIO and what else?
It's just the VRIO and the strengths and weaknesses. So it's the other half of the SWOT. Brad, do you have a preference? I mean, I guess we should probably wait till Blake comes in, but since you guys are kind of focusing more on the financial side of things, I have the pricing strategy and financial goals as part of the presentation. So I just figured you guys can switch off, like one cover pricing, the other cover financial goals, just so that we give an overview to both Jen and Dr. Corey, and they know that, it's coming in the financials, but we're already getting a leg up on that.
So you did want to cover those in this first presentation?
Yeah, just a quick overview, just like whatever bullet points you wanted to focus on, and then you're going to expand on it in the financials.
I unfortunately, I don't know. I haven't gotten the financials from Jen.
Okay.
We don't have anything to go off of at this point, so maybe that's our fault, I guess, for not getting that information.
No, it's fine. I kind of threw that one out there.
John, what do you think? I mean, pricing strategy, financial goals, with what we have now, do you think that's something we could cover?
I mean, like you said, we don't have much, so we can't give them too much detail. But I think for the sake of this project, maybe what we're planning on doing, like the way we're going to approach it, and like what kind of pricing strategies we're going to use. I don't know, like a very generic overview of what our plan is.
Yeah, that was definitely my intention. I'm just going based off of, I have a coworker that recently completed the capstone like a year, last winter.
Yeah.
And her professor was very hands-on. And so they kind of walked the group through everything that was expected. And just having like a quick overview of like what's to come, just like something very vague, just to show like Dr. Corey that we're already thinking about that and we're covering those topics would be helpful. Because I can see that being a thing where he would grade us down for not mentioning anything financial, even though the presentation is only external factors.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Do we want to keep that in that place of our presentation tomorrow, or should we like move it towards the end where we're starting to talk about the next presentation?
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
That's a good idea, John.
Yeah, and then that way, even though, it's not going to be covered in the presentation that's following. It's just to let both of them know that we're covering that already and we have that as part of our plan.
Right. We're starting to think about it, and this is what's coming in the future. Yeah.
Cool. And I wanted to know if you guys would be down to meet tomorrow night, maybe like 8 or 7 o'clock tomorrow, just so we can run through what we have for the presentation, make sure we're good on time, and then make sure there's like no gaps in time, and make sure everything flows right prior to Tuesday morning, if you guys are available. I think most of us are available from like 8 to 7 to 8 on weekdays.
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah, me as well.
And then, so should we go ahead and assign who else is going to work on the second presentation? So far, it's me and Alex. Granted, it is just the VRIO and then strengths and weaknesses.
Do we have we have like a whole separate presentation that's dedicated to financials, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the third one, I believe.
Yeah, that one's on February 20th.
I mean, I don't have a good idea in my mind of like how much work the VRIO is going to be at this current moment. So like, I think like I'm good with creating an outline, and then we can kind of go from there and just seeing like, once I've created the outline and kind of gauge, Johnny, you may have a better idea of how much work it's actually going to be, but assuming that it's as much less as this current presentation is, it might be just less people working on it, which is totally fine. I know that, you know, 2 of us are going to be pretty dedicated to the financial presentation because that's where you guys' area of expertise is. So we can start with the outline and then kind of go from there. But if everyone's just willing to kind of jump in as necessary, I'm good with kind of.
Yeah, totally. We'll just leave it at that then. I'll go ahead and jot down Brad and Blake for the financials as well.
Yeah, I'd probably be most useful on the third one as well.
Okay.
But at the same time, I can definitely contribute to this upcoming one, whether you, Alex, or Johnny feel like it's taking longer than expected, let me know, and I'll definitely jump in and help where you need help. Just as soon as you find those areas where you think you need more help, let me know. I can jump in.
Okay. So I'll just jot you down for that one as an ad hoc basis, if needed.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's pretty much it. I mean, we got a good amount of information from the meeting with Jen, which I think will definitely help in the direction that we're going to be going in as far as like our talking points. So just keep in mind that her main focus really is just like increasing her like marketing presence. I mean, it's not really applicable in this one because it's all just like external analysis, but yeah, I guess just keeping in mind like what she's looking for from the whole plan itself for your marketing points.
Yeah. I guess another question that I have is, in his email that he sent out not too long ago, he was saying when you contact me as the PokePet group, say you're the PokePet like brick and mortar strategy or PokePet online strategy, are we supposed to have like what our plan is right now, like the exact direction that we're going in?
Yeah.
And, like, do we have that established like to detail?
Yeah, I mean, based on what Jen talked about in her intro video to us, as well as the meeting that we had, it's pretty much just marketing strategy that she's looking for. So just like building brand awareness prior to her launch.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I basically just said that that we're doing a marketing strategy plan
Right.
for her.
And like the social media aspect too. I know she was saying that she was struggling
Yeah.
with that. Okay. Yeah, that works for me.
Which we wouldn't really be able to cover in in a presentation on its own. It would pretty much have to be in the final recommendations.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Or I guess it would be in the strengths and weaknesses, so we can include that in there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah. And I guess we should at some point contribute some of our meeting time to figure out like what we should actually do for those marketing strategies and social media, because I don't know how much we'll actually include that in what we're writing up, but
Right.
like you said, the next two presentations probably won't include much social media stuff. So like,
yeah, it would have to go in the recommendations.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. So is everyone good with meeting tomorrow evening? Probably 8 p.m. would be best. Okay. And I'll text Travis as well. He didn't have a lot to do for this first one, so that's why I just put him to talk about what's up next on the next presentation. Just to make sure that like everyone has a part in the presentation, unless someone else wants to do that. I just wanted to make sure everyone had a talking point for that for the first one. Yes.
I think it would also be good as a side note, just at the beginning of our meeting with Jen on Tuesday, just to make sure that, because like I never got to meet Jen, obviously, because I missed the meeting on
to introduce everyone.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, that's my bad in our Q&A meeting. Just like wanted to get started and asking questions. I was like,
No,
wait, this is bad of me.
Yeah, so I guess now we're practicing tonight on our own, and then tomorrow as a group. Just keep that in mind, like a little bit of intro for me, Travis, and Alex. Then like 15, 20 minutes on the presentation, and then Q&A for 10 at the end. That was the structure of it.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Okay.
intro, and then I'm anticipating the whole presentation would take about 20 minutes, give or take, and then we would allot 10 minutes for Q&A.
All right. It's like almost a minute.
And then
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, are we creating slides for our own sections, or is somebody creating all the slides?
I already went ahead and created the whole, all the slides, the whole deck. Because I used the like official PSU like slide deck.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just made an outline. Like I didn't add anything to them yet. So you guys can add your images and whatever you feel is important, and then just make sure that you have your talking points in the notes section. Oh yeah, Brad and Blake, just so that Dr. Corey can see your notes, because then if it's just images, then it's not a lot for him to go off. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if we had a working document going. I think I've got and seen the slides now. They look pretty good.
Okay. I think that's it, unless anyone had any questions prior to us meeting and going over the presentation tomorrow night.
What time do we want to meet tomorrow? Did we say 8?
Yeah, I think 8 would be best. That's what I gathered from looking at the team availability sheet.
Yeah, that works for me.
Cool. Well, then I think we're all pretty aligned. If you guys have any questions, though, you can text me or email the group.
Great.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good.
Bye,
See you
guys.
guys tomorrow.
Adios. See you soon.